Hi friends, my name is Nathan. I am basically an engineer working as a lecturer in RK University, Rajkot. Sorry, but I'm not going to give you my total biography. Uh, this is my first video, and usually first video differs from very different criteria. Some used to post videos of nature, some used to post videos of animals, but thing here is different. I am going to post of my cooking. Usually, my friends, my relatives used to say that your biryani is a very tasty item, which you less to taste. And being this is the month of Ramzan, and want to dedicate this biryani to two of my friends, so I'm going to make chicken biryani. So let's go and see how it is made. So guys, we are going to about to start, but prior to that we have to understand what are the main ingredients. Ingredients plays the most important role in making any kind of biryani a tasty biryani. So the main three ingredients are, we can say 3 to 4, but here I am introducing three ingredients. One is onions. These are cut into slices from 3 to 4 medium sized onions, and they will be used for making them as a fried onions. This is 1.5 cup rice soaked in water. It's been 15 minutes and you have to soak it for at least for 1 hour. This 450 grams of chicken. I used to prefer boneless chicken for biryani, especially for chicken biryani, and mainly for mutton biryani also. I would suggest you to go for boneless pieces. So this is approx to 450 grams, and these are cut into cubes. Now depending upon the cubes, some used to go for medium size cubes and some used to go for small size cubes. Depending upon the taste and the variety you need, it also makes the changes. So guys, this is the powdered items and few raw masalas. As you can see, red chili powder around 1 teaspoon, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, quarter teaspoon of coriander powder, chicken masala. In especially in market you can have chicken masala of different brand variety, Everest, MDH, so you can take according to that. Bay leaf, cinnamon stick, jeera, then peppercorns, green cardamom, cloves. Uh, some of the raw masalas I'll be using for preparing rice. That will be done after when the rice soaking is done completely, when you can feel that it is of now perfect stage where you can cook your rice. Now while cooking rice, we have to make it sure that it is made up to 50 to 60%, because rest of the rice will be made after you are putting it in dum. And you can see that onions are being fried in oil. We have to make it sure that it does not get fully brown, but approx 60 to 70% brown, because after you are removing it on a plate or any kind of paper, it will be brown. So we have to make it sure, and we have to stir it continuously whenever it is possible, and we have to stir it in a way that all the slices or all the each glands of onion gets dried. Now you can see that few of the glands are getting brown, and we have to make sure that each of the slices gets evenly brown. So you have to make it sure that it does not get burn up, and continuous stirring up. These are some additive flavoring ingredients. This one is curd, rose water, and cheese cube. Now this curd is used for making marination for chicken. Rose water is used at the end of making biryani, and same as for cheese. I don't know whether people are using cheese or not, but I just want to give a try that whether this cheese will make a hit or a flop. So let's see what happens. Here I have biryani masala also, which will be added at the end during making dum. And both chicken masala, as you can see, Everest and this Suhana biryani masala, both are different, and both are different flavoring. Now both masalas are different. Instead of chicken masala, you can use garam masala also, but right now I'm not having any kind of garam masala, so that's why I'm using this. But in some cases I have seen different cooks what they do. They used to grind all these items and they will make it a powder form. Instead of using this chicken masala or garam masala powder, they use the grinded powder of these raw masalas. So it's your wish. Every person is making in his own way or in her own way. So they are having their own choices, so they can do as per their requirement. So now we'll go for marination. As you can see that I have added powdered spices, turmeric powder, red chili powder and coriander powder. You can see here that I have added the few chopped pieces of green chili. Now you can see red chili and green chili, it can add very much spicy to the biryani, but you have to take it care of it that your biryani does not become a spicy one, because people not gonna like it. And here you can see that coriander leaves and fresh mint leaves, which is also adding flavor. And I'm gonna put curd into it. Now what happens while adding curd, that it is a very good ingredient to make it sure that the texture remains or it is maintained. And now you have to mix it very well so that each pieces are mixed all with the masalas and green chili as well as coriander leaves, mint leaves. Now what is the most important point in making marination, that after making marination you have to make it sure that it is kept for minimum 2 hours in fridge. Why? Because all this marination has to be blended with all the pieces, that is the raw boneless pieces. And while making dum, we have to make it sure that this becomes a very soft, and few more items need to be mixed. Now I'm gonna add the oil in which the brown onions were made. Why I'm using that only oil? Because we are not going to fry these items, we are going to dum it. So let's add these. Now we are going to add these fried onions. You can see that these are become a very brown, and as well as each of grains or each of the slices are very crispy. You can hear the sound. We'll be taking few of the, make it sure that you are crushing them. Rest of the brown onions we'll be using while making dum. I am standing here and making this and I am getting a superb flavor. But don't forget to add two more things. One is our chicken masala. You might be hearing some music. Of course, because I am a good music lover. You can see that I am adding garam masala. I've added garam masala and I will be adding salt to taste. Now I'll be mixing it again. I can sense a feel that the hard work on making this biryani is going to be a fantastic, because especially I am making this for my friend, that is my two friends, those who are not here at present, but one day I'll be making this for them also again. Now we will be keeping this marination into refrigerator for approximately 2 hours. But for a better chicken biryani, I would suggest you to keep it for overnight. So I'll be keeping this for overnight. Okay. Now you can see that water is boiling up. Oh, sorry, but this is the second stage of preparation where you are going to make rice. Now I have already added salt, 2 teaspoon of oil, then all the raw masala flavors. So I'll be reducing the temperature because it's already heated up and it is ready for rice, I think so. So I'll pour the rice into it. As I said earlier, we have to make it sure that these rice is made up to 60 to 70%. Now many chefs have been telling that 75%, 80%, some used to say 65%. I usually get confused at how they measure up 75 to 65 or whatever percentage they require. But actually this percentage depends on the grain or the length of the rice grain. If I say earlier the size was very small, now I can say that by boiling up this rice, all the uh, grain size will get started increase. So as the water has been boiled up since 20 minutes, so this rice cooking will hardly take 2 to 3 minutes, and we have to stir it continuously so that it won't get mixed up. One more thing we have to see, that while making biryani, all these rice grains must be different, or I mean to say that they must not stick to each other. That's why I used oil in it. Many people don't use it, but as a precautionary measure, that I used oil in it. So these are the So I have taken chicken to a pan, but usually people used to prefer handi or a big ball or pot. I actually don't have that, so I'll be taking this pan. So this will be a testing for me also, that whether this will be a success or not. So now I'll be putting the rice on the top layer of this marinated chicken. So we'll go for it. So now you can see that I have covered the marinated chicken with the boiled rice, and this is very great that all these raw masalas, you can see this cloves and everything is there. So now I'm going to add this coriander leaves, mint leaves, and this brown onions. So I'm gonna put this above it. Actually, we are going to make it as a dum, but this dum is a very different variety. Some used to do with aluminum foil, some used to, but traditionally, if we speak, traditionally it is made uh, by making a dough around the closing lid, and you have to steam it so that overall steam is generated inside it, and it will be stopped, or it is totally kept inside the vessel. So that will help the chicken or meat to cook in that way, and it will take a longer time. If we talk about mutton, it will take around to 45 to 50 minutes of cooking, and if we talk about chicken, total 20 to 25 minutes. So that is a difference. And so I'm going to put, as you can see, I'm going to use rose water. This I am using rose water. I have used just a cap of this, and you could, just a few is needed, nothing more than that. Now on this topping, few used to use kevda water also, and cashew nuts, kismis. I'm not having that, but that can also be used. Now I'm going to use cheese on above it. As you can see that I have put cheese also. I have grated cheese on it. Now I am going to put the last item on the side layers of biryani, that is ghee. Of course, any biryani is incomplete without ghee. It will help for a great aroma, and so here it is. Now I'm going to close it with aluminum foil. Now you can see that I have closed the vessel with aluminum foil paper. Usually people used to, or as a traditional way, they used to put this all over layer dough made of atta or maida, and then close it, tightly closed with the lid. So here I have closed the lid, and for first 5 minutes full flame. If it is on stove, now we are taking out on induction, so it will be approx to 180 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Later then, for 20 minutes you have to take a tawa, put it underneath, and for low flame you have to hit. Here we have started up the cooking, For first 5 minutes on high flame, we are talking about induction or microwave 180 degrees Celsius, and after 5 minutes place a pan underneath this vessel, frying pan or frying tawa. Then you have to heat it up to 130 to 145 degrees Celsius for approximately to 20 to 25 minutes. And the most important thing for the biryani is don't open it immediately. You have to open it after 10 to 15 minutes of cooling it down. Then you will take the next step, that is the opening of the vessel. So let's wait up.